Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the next race of the Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes Very Easy Tournament, where we are now on the winners finals between our top two seeded players, BlueMetal versus Aerlien. I am now going to introduce you to the next set of commentators for this race with the Furious Motorist Memer, Nick, and Prof Rock. So take it away, you guys.
Thank you very much, Joe. Good afternoon or good evening to you all. How are you doing this evening, Prof?
Pretty good. Had a long day at work, but got home, had a burrito, and I'm ready for these races.
This is going to be an absolutely incredible race. I don't think there's any doubt about that whatsoever. This is the top two seeds, the top two runners. This is the winners' final. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone, brace yourselves.
Yeah, you won't see... I mean, obviously credit due to the rest of the runners here, particularly the rest of the top four, but you won't see two better TTS runners as of now kind of going up against each other, except for right here in front of us.
Of course, guys, don't forget to get your bets in, your channel points. Who is going to win the final race?
And a pretty slow start, as always, to our TTS race here. Waiting on that elevator. A lift, as they say in your country.
A lift. Well, whilst we wait for these guys for the elevator to arrive, let's have a look at these guys' stats, see how they compare against each other. Currently in the tournament, BlueMetal holds the record for the fastest in-game time of the tournament, a 52:19. Aerlien actually holds third place at 52:56. With our previous runner Tyler breaking that just by a second, 52:55. So going into this, BlueMetal does have the experience and the advantage in the league, but I would definitely not use that as fodder to put Aerlien out of this at all. See BlueMetal playing around with the old camera trick there. Alright, we're going to move on to the helipad very shortly.
Just as quickly as we see it, it will go by, and we will be through and into the building, into our quick crawl. One of those things where, you know, no news is good news for these for this section up until the cell.
Other little bits of information for you. Neither runner has died yet during the tournament. They're not the only ones. However, most of the top runners have seen a death. So, for example, in between the two of them on the times is Tyler. Tyler has seen a death already in the tournament. And most runners have seen one. Solid Snake 16, House Test, and JMC were the only other runners to not have a death throughout the entire tournament. Obviously, all of those runners are now out. There are only 3 runners left. The loser of this race is going to face Tyler in the losers final. And then, of course, the winner of this race and the winner of the losers final race will reconvene on Sunday for the grand final.
I forgot. Yeah, Tyler had a laser death. That's right. I was trying to think before I checked the stats, like, what? How did Tyler die? Oh, yeah. Those dang old lasers. Just goes to show that no matter how good of a runner you are, I guess unless you're, some of the part of the crew that you mentioned, it's hard to get through an X amount of races without taking a continue.
Well, regardless of continues, we saw in the last race. I mean, neither of the runners died, but both of them made mistakes going in just before the lasers. They didn't die at the lasers, but they both made mistakes going into lasers. And we've been running this tournament now for several weeks, and after a while, the pressure gets to you. These guys are at the very top end of the tournament, so pressures are going to be high. People are going to be tired because, as I say, we've been running this for a couple of weeks now, and we're starting to see just little mistakes coming through. And I think at this point, when you get to this caliber of runner, it is going to be down to who can keep their cool, who can minimize those mistakes.
Yeah, starting to see, like you said, with the pressure, little cracks starting to show here and there from some of these runners. It's about who can patch those cracks up, who can, keep themselves cool and calm under that pressure and make it. As we see BlueMetal doing a great little dance there.
Soapy Sam, thank you very much for the raid. All right, so do they both get the SOCOM roll? BlueMetal doesn't. Aerlien does.
What are you waiting for?
That's a little
Talk
long.
to me like a rookie.
So that made up a little bit of time there.
Yep, that does give Aerlien just a slightly BlueMetal started just slightly ahead of Aerlien. So it looks like they're about even.
Aerlien gets knocked down, and one of the guards retreated. I don't know if that stalled the other guards coming in at all. It doesn't look like it did, but it still got to lose a little bit of time, and he's out of ammo.
He's out of ammo, and there's no
you gotta go
ammo
back
left
there.
for him to get. Oh, he's not had the best of luck with drops there. Yep, Blue is going to jump ahead. Oh, and there's that ammo drop that he really
There it
could have
was,
done.
yeah. Just gotta let Meryl kill him, duh. Oof,
Okay.
yeah, so even with the SOCOM roll, yeah, he's losing quite a few seconds here, and it's going to give BlueMetal a slight little lead going into, well, I was going to say going into tank, because, there's technically a boss fight in between, but, and I guess if I, of all people, should not be discounting Ocelot, so we'll see how that goes for both runners.
Why might that be?
Something about a race. I don't know. No one remembers that I still won. I'm pretty sure I still won that one, but. But yes, it is possible to die to Ocelot. You essentially have to take hits from both of your C4, because you can do it without getting knocked over, but you have to take hits from both of your C4s, just like absolute most damage you can take from them. At least the first and the third one, and then you just forget to equip your rations going into Ocelot, and you let him shoot you twice, and that's how you lose to Ocelot.
And you can see that here from BlueMetal. His life bar is exceptionally low, and he did very well to dodge some of those shots.
Too.
In fact, yeah.
Oh, but see, they're
Oh,
smarter
having
than
a
me, and they know that, like, if you crouch, if you lean, if you dodge, you can dodge Ocelot's shots. I just stood there and just let him shoot me, and that's why I'm not in winners finals. But yeah, both coming through there pretty well. I think.
Couple of missed shots.
Okay, never mind. I thought Aerlien is making up a little bit of time there, but I think they're pretty much where they came out of with the cell rush. Blue slightly better, yeah. So probably a little bit more of a lead there with Blue. I think his Meryl Kodak was slightly better though.
Aerlien got that spot on 140.15.
Yeah, Blue I think.
BlueMetal went to 140.14. It's really nice when you land it.
Of note, both runners remembering to call Meryl. Very crucial part of the speed run, as we saw earlier.
All right, first big run killer coming up. It's the laser room.
Both, I think, throughout the tournament have typically gone with the the riskier kind of strats going through here. I don't believe, yeah, neither of them have failed so far.
Blue's through and
A little bit of a wide angle there, but it worked.
And Aerlien lines up. Oh, oh! I didn't think he'd made that.
I didn't either. I saw that angle. I'm like, there's no way, but
But both through with the fastest laser strat. All right, next run killer, tank.
yes, and it was. I can't remember. Akuma's tank was it even before he started moving to the right with Gunner 1, the tank was doing some weird stuff. I don't know if it was positioning, but like even right here where blue is, I noticed the tank started to angle itself a little bit. And I wasn't sure what it was gonna do, and
Oh, it was a good Gunner 1 from blue, but Alien's missed his first shot, missed his first headshot. Now, luckily for Gunner 1, it's not too bad. You lose some time, but you can still
Stay
keep
there.
the tank in that position. But this is just going to extend Blue's lead now.
Oh wow, that gunner takes a while to pop out there, doesn't he?
Certainly does. All right, on to Gunner 2. Let's hope Alien doesn't make the same mistake with Gunner 2, because unfortunately, whilst Gunner 1, you can get the tank to stay there, Gunner 2 is going to go off on his own little jolly if he doesn't get the 3 headshots. 2, and he's
Saves
done.
it. I do like his roll as well. He kind of rolled to that position. I don't know if he needed it, but I like that he felt he was a little bit slow in his movement and used the roll to kind of account for that and get closer to where he wanted to be.
So a little bit of time separating both runners here, but we're going to come up to another boss which can have quite a bit of time variance depending on how it goes. Cyborg Ninja, there's a little bit of RNG involved with exactly where he goes to, but it's really going to be down to whether they keep up their combos.
Yeah, with that second guard there with Aerlien on that first floor, that second guard, that is the quickest I've ever seen somebody shoot that guard. Like he was like barely past the elevator and he had picked him off and made the kind of transition over the panel a lot easier. It's the little things. Blue knocking out the panel, gonna be making his way into Ninja. Aerlien not too far behind. Yeah, Blue gonna be looking to get Ninja into nice little I don't know if you'd call it an infinite, but a nice little cycle here between the two different combos, the punch punch kicks and the SOCOM punch punch.
I think we probably will see Nikita rolls from each of them as well.
At least one.
Yep, there's Blue's. Now Blue will just switch back to SOCOM punch into Nikita. Oh no!
I was just about
no,
to
he's not.
say,
He's going.
he in the previous race did some ballsy stuff with his Nikita rolls, so I was expecting him to do it again there, and he did. I think he might do a roll here as well. Oh no, okay, he's gonna play it safe. I think in one race I saw him or someone do a few Nikita rolls in a row, and I was like, ooh, okay.
It's a really good stage 1 for Blue. Aerlien looks to be keeping pace.
Oh, missing a kick. Oh wait, that was for his punch punch. Never mind, it was let's recover. Ooh, nice positioning there from Aerlien.
It's really nice to see that roll at the end. So after you get your last combo and Ninja's about to go into stage 2, rolling over towards the center of the rooms, it doesn't save a lot of time, but it's a little bit. And with these two runners, every little bit of time save is going to be important. And Aerlien finishes as well. So yeah, blue still with the a small lead, but both of them pretty much on the same pace here. All right, blue finally threw his present. It's lovely. It's lovely that we get the longest sequence of codec calls and cutscenes as a reward for defeating the ninja.
Yeah. It's like about 20 seconds separate. I'm not accounting for the initial time start difference. I think it was one of them started slightly ahead. It was only like a second or two, so it's about 20-second lead for blue here.
All right, they're both going to be approaching the next boss, which is, of course, Psycho Mantis. And see, I'd say at lower levels, this is another boss that can really separate runners. But for these two, I don't think we're going to see much difference unless one of them makes a mistake. They're both going to go for couch strat. They're probably both going to go for the fast initial shot. And as long as they're lined up correctly, shouldn't see any reason why they don't both go for chairless as well.
I'll see if they can pull it off. I also have a fair amount of confidence that these runners can pull out a backup or two and get things back on track. So yeah, I don't expect Mantis to... Ooh, blue taking aim and barrel there after the punch kick. But yeah, I don't expect Mantis to make a whole lot of separation between these two. I would expect the doggos to cause more disruption than good old Mantis.
Blue gets into a nice position, and yep, there's the quick shot. There's the punch. Straight down, and Mantis in the middle. Oh, I don't think I think he missed that. I could be wrong. Oh no, I was wrong. He did land it. That was perfect chairless. I thought he'd hit him in the wrong leg, but no, he definitely got him in the right leg because that is the exact amount of damage for the phase skip. Yep, chairless from both.
Ooh, yeah. Aerlien's might have been a little... Like, could be wrong. Might have been a little quicker. I don't think he had to correct as much.
I think you're right.
Stop. Meryl.
Really fast headshot. This is so good. Oh, and blue even has Mantis set up so that you can get the two quick shots on the leg there.
Oh, missed a shot there from Aerlien, but he does get the second and the third. He gets about 15 seconds now. It separates them. We'll see. See where Aerlien comes out. Codec. Let's see. Yeah, it's about 14 to 15 seconds right now. I think Aerlien made up a little bit of time with that. Well, I was a little wrong there. I mean, it didn't cause a lead change or anything, but it cut about a quarter of it. Blue getting a little bit of a dead zone issue, I think, as he was going over the... Because when you go over unconscious dogs or puppies, you don't typically have to deal with...
Oh, just as Aerlien gets hit by a dog. So blue there got into some trouble with Snake aiming at the pupper instead. So we had to go with the backup of just first person aiming and shooting Meryl in the head. Aerlien got through Meryl nice and quickly, but he did get taken out by one of the dogs. So probably net even for both of them there.
Oh no!
Aerlien, just swung slightly too far to the left.
Then he gets sneaking suit spank.
He just wanted to see that. He did that deliberately.
Yeah, he meant to do that.
to see
Fan
that
service,
to see
exactly.
that cutscene in the sneaking suit. All right, Blue Metal on caves 2.
Yeah, so
First
Aerlien having
one.
some weird trouble, and then he shoot. Oh,
Oh, he shot the wolf. Shot the
Blue,
wolf with the SOCOM.
Blue has now joined Akuma as the only runners to have put live ammo into the doggos.
Metal Gear Speedrunners does not advocate for animal violence.
Yes, most use the M9. I think some runners have had to kind of punch the. Oh,
Oh,
punch
Elliot,
the dogs
no, he
out.
gets he's not having a good cave.
Yeah, these doggos are really putting in their work in Aerlien's playthrough. It's the tucks, I bet. It just, you can't dodge dogs as well. Tucks. Oh, and Blue taking an alert. That should be fine.
That's interesting. Interesting point to take that.
He might be, he might be farming the alerts for the stats. I think he still currently has the most alerts with 13. Oh, no, that's right. Solid Strife got 14 in a race. So perhaps he's trying to take his crown back.
Both runners opting to just grab the PSG-1T, neither of them grabbing the extra ammo there, which is absolutely fine. You only grab that ammo if you don't feel confident enough that you can defeat Wolf with just one clip. All right, big RNG moment. Here's Blue Metal's Sniper Wolf 1.
Oh, and he gets hit. I think she's in a decent spot, though. Oh, okay, there's the body shot, but... Oh, 2 shots. Is he gonna have to pick up ammo? No, he's...
As long as he lands this last shot. Oh, and she's gone behind the pillar.
And then she runs all the way back. And there it is.
Done.
A little
Just
slow
as
there,
Aerlien
getting out of the...
started. Unfortunately, she started behind the pillar for Aerlien.
Oh, but
staying
she's...
in the same position.
Oh!
Oh, look at this.
And just shoot her. Just shoot... Oh,
No,
of
you couldn't get the
course.
last shot in before she hit again.
Oh, no, what are you doing? The rats.
That's
Oh,
some...
of course. It makes sense that like when you get that good of a start, like she's just like, yeah, I gotta troll you a little bit.
Yeah, not great RNG there for either runner. I still think Aerlien came
Started
out
off
on
well for
top
Aerlien,
there.
but ugh.
You in?
Tyler suggesting that YOLO prison roll will save the run. So here's the big question. The big question on everyone's minds. Which prison roll is Aerlien going for? Should have our own separate bet just on this.
Got a 23-second difference between the two right now.
They were talking about different roles. They were practicing them just as they were about to get started. Be interesting to see. I've no idea whether either runner is watching the other one. Obviously, if they are, Blue would know that he is slightly ahead here. It is typically Aerlien who only goes for the YOLO roll. There are a couple of other runners who've done it as well, but Aerlien's probably the most notable that goes for the hard prison roll.
Hey.
I believe Aerlien is 0 for 2 on the prison rolls in tournament, and Blue Metal is 2 for 2 on box.
Shut up in there, will ya? Hey.
I hope we're sniping channel points.
Hey.
I think I'm like half of the Aerlien bet.
Hey. Shut up in there, will ya? Hey. Hey. Shut up in there, will ya?
Both runners
Shut up
trying
in there, will
to
ya?
get as few sneezes as possible. Aerlien with one there.
My stomach. Damn it.
It's a good opportunity for Snake to get some leg exercises in. Stretch them out.
Lunges.
Wait for Johnny.
Hey,
Oh, Snake.
I'm here.
He's gonna steal
Where?
your girl. Like I say, I absolutely love that line. The way the line "my stomach" is delivered.
That's better.
It's so good.
It really, like, you feel it. You just remember a time and you're like, uh-huh, yep, I know exactly how Johnny feels.
It's my
like-
second favorite line of dialogue in this game.
It looks like BlueMetal might be setting up for a role himself.
Oh.
Oh no! That was so bad.
So he's gonna have to go back to the
He's gonna-
double bong.
Oh, he's gonna
and
bonk?
he gets
Okay,
it.
no.
Okay.
Oh, he got it.
So he did go for the setup for the hard roll, but when he failed it, he knew straight away. Nope, just go back to the bonk. We see Aerlien here he has successfully rolled into Johnny. Is this going to be the hard roll? No, he's gonna wait.
Oh, I don't think he felt comfortable with it.
Oh. And
Oh,
he's now
okay. He's gonna
flipped
throw him
him.
way over there.
Oh, oh no. Oh, this has gone terribly for Aerlien.
You
Oh, that
can't
was
throw
all
him
over the
there.
place. And that is going to result in no prison skip for Aerlien.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I think he's relatively used to at this point in the race. He's won 2 races prior to this with failing it, so
Yeah, unfortunately,
see.
neither of those races were against BlueMetal.
true. I believe one was against Tyler though, right? Yeah, he did win against Tyler.
Let's have a look at if I can find it.
But yeah, I think coming out of Torture, I think I timed it at about 20, somewhere between 20 and 25 seconds. And I think that there's going to be, about 30 to 40, maybe even more added to that because of this discrepancy in prison escapes.
It's not something I'd considered, but it is worth noting that for these 2 runners, this is only their 3rd race of the tournament. As seeds 1 and 2, they automatically got a bye in winners round 1, and then so they were straight through to the quarterfinals. They then through to the semi-finals, and now the finals. This is only race number 3 for each of them. Most other runners have done, had already done 3 or 4 races, mainly because the losers bracket takes a little bit longer to get through.
Right, and to some extent, I kind of, I think most of my experience with tournament brackets has been in fighting games, and that's something that happens. You get, winners finals done quickly. You got winner waiting in grands, and then you've got people playing in losers, and they've got a lot of time to warm up. They've got a lot of momentum coming, whereas, person in grands might be a little cold. And I think, to your point, I think we may be seeing that a little bit from both runners here. Both, only had 2 matches, and they have been waiting a bit to play their next one.
All right, BlueMetal reaching the disc swap just as Aerlien enters 3rd cave. Aerlien hasn't got his handkerchief equipped. Oh, and there it is. The handkerchief there, not just for avoiding the dogs, it makes swapping to the rope once you've grabbed the rope a lot quicker.
Oh, he's got chaff sense stuns. Okay. Seems like some unnecessary menuing.
Blue, they're not opting to grab the extra stuns there. So is this going to be...
He's got...
He's swapped to his M9, so I'm guessing he's going to be grabbing the stuns that are on floor 8.
Oh, right. I always forget those are there. I always take a sharp turn and get them.
Sorry, floor 9. There we go.
Aerlien thinking about breaking out the bandana. It's true. He's on a Tux playthrough, so he's got stealth and bandana at his disposal. Sure much help it would do. I guess he could do a full stun tower with just the stuns he has, or not have to worry about grabbing his stinger ammo, but
Now, if BlueMetal here is going for full stun, that means he's not going to have a stun grenade left over for the walkway. So I'm going to assume that means he's going to be going for the run down and just completely go nuts with the SOCOM on taking the other two guards out.
Yeah, I think he usually does that with the headshot or whatever on the first guard, and then yeah, just running gunning the next two.
And Aerlien has done exactly as he suggested. He equipped the bandana and just started throwing tons of stun grenades, but he has now unequipped it so that he can actually start going up here properly, and he's actually struggling as a result of it. So, yeah. No sort of issue with like disqualification or anything there. Those stun grenades that he was throwing whilst had the bandana on had absolutely no effect on any guards at all. Just a little bit of fun.
I don't think we're gonna hold him against him. Anything too. I wasn't even paying attention to his screen, but I mean, if you're chucking stuns indiscriminately, you're losing time. I think you're slower when you throw.
I would think so, yeah. It's interesting here. He is seemingly struggling a bit. BlueMetal gets the
There we go.
Gets the glitch on the rappel nice and easily. Last stun grenade from Aerlien. He gets the last one. And then does a small crouch there.
Interesting.
I think it's fair to say that BlueMetal's lead has extended. I wouldn't say significantly, but there's been quite a bit of an extension here because of Aerlien's climb there.
Oh yeah, and he didn't swap to the rope prior to there. Just a little time there as well.
One can't help but maybe consider that Aerlien already thinks he's been beat. But don't know. There's still plenty of game to go. Oh, Blue just takes a plant to the face.
Alright, Aerlien with the glitch as well. Well, okay now. Come on.
Yeah. Now we're getting into weird territory here. Aerlien didn't actually have enough.
That's close to.
Aerlien didn't have enough PSG-1 ammo to do that without the bandana. I'm not sure. I mean, we'd have to leave it up to the likes of Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue. We're just getting a few frame drops there from Blue.
You.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, it's not a problem. Not a problem with his game, just a problem with his stream. So we're gonna see a few jumps here from Blue.
Yeah, hopefully it'll stabilize itself here in a bit during Hind. Getting a nice PowerPoint presentation of this Hind fight. Are they both streaming to NA, I assume?
I would have thought so.
Oh, maybe it's... Oh, maybe not. Well, Aerlien making his way up. Got about 7 or 8 more floors here to go.
Blue Oh no, he's got the shot. That's a good amount of damage before the hind's gone down. Maximum would be one more shot before the hind first ducks down. So this is this kind of damage you do. There is RNG involved in getting that perfect bit of damage. So this is pretty good. Doesn't get the second shot in. We're still having a few problems with this stream.
Aerlien starting his hind.
Oh, that first shot missed. I'm not quite sure how, but
Wow.
it did. That was a nice shot, though.
We can end it here. Nice.
Yeah, really good hind there from Blue. And Aerlien's is looking pretty strong so far. Good damage on phase 1. Alright, Blue was 1 off max damage in phase 2. Can Aerlien use that to just make a little bit of time up? It's looking good so far. One more. Yep, Hind's been really nice to him there. That's if he can get the double shots in here, this is going to be a better Hind from Aerlien than Blue had. But obviously at the moment it's not enough. Oh, just
So
the missile
close.
just didn't want to quite go in the right direction to get there.
Yeah, this ETS stinger, it's fickle.
He's not going to get that one more hit. Oh, he could have. If he'd got one of those, he could have avoided this one more cycle. But that is now Aerlien's Hind done as well. And he's opting for a slightly different position. Blue,
Yeah, let's go to the south of the shack, but I think he'll be fine here.
Blue not having any problems with his grenades. Let's see what we make of Aerlien going down comms tower A. His journey so far on the towers have been a bit weird.
Too late, Snake. Now die!
Yeah, I'd say weird. Everything describes it. Didn't equip his grenades towards the end of Hind there, as most do, but... Okay, good cook. That should have worked.
It does look like Blue's stream has caught back up again now, and it's looking good again.
Pretty stable. Ooh, that might... Okay, now he's good.
As Blue enters the other major RNG boss, Wolf 2. Now, neither runner was overly lucky when it came to Wolf 1. Let's see if she gives them a chance to redeem themselves here.
No?
She starts out in the open,
Really
and she's immediately behind a tree. That is not what you want. Oh, that was a really nice shot just before the tree there, but she's now hiding behind the tree.
Okay.
Oh, hiding again.
Oh, another!
But finished.
Another one.
And actually, his very first shot onto her there was a body shot rather than a headshot. So he would have avoided that last tree if that first shot had connected with the head. But all in all, reasonably good for what he got given there. So there is a chance for Aerlien to have a better wolf too, but at this point, it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Because even if he finishes his wolf, like, right now he's still 20 seconds behind, and obviously he's got his cutscene and everything. I mean, yeah, even with a perfect wolf, he's 40-50 seconds behind Blue here. We've seen some crazy stuff happen though. We'll and Blue farming another alert. Curious to see what his alert total. Oh, getting shot.
And she's behind a tree. Oh, some really nice heart shots from Blue there. Oh, nice finish from Aerlien as well.
It's a good flick.
So we come to another little portion of downtime for the run. So Blue's just on his way down the cargo elevators. Aerlien's going to make his way over to the first cargo elevator fight. So now's a good opportunity to remind our audience that we've still got one more race this evening. The loser of this race is going to be taking on Tyler 2022 in the losers bracket final. So stick around for that race as well. And of course, this Sunday is the grand final. Should be the winner of this race versus the winner of the next race. So it could be, we could have a repeat. Sunday could be Aerlien versus BlueMetal once again. Or it could be either of these guys against Tyler.
Definitely Blue's race to lose at this point. Oh, yeah, just
He switched. He didn't land his last stinger shot. I think it was a bit too quick and switched to the SOCOM slightly early, but a couple of headshots and he was fine. He didn't die. Didn't die to Raven.
The important part.
Only the dumbest runners die to Raven. I wish I didn't say that from experience. Nice death at Raven, Nick. Guys, soon as you finish the cargo fight, equip your ration. Don't be a hero. Snake isn't a hero. He's just an old killer. Hired to do some work.
I'm curious. I think he's on pace for 13 alerts. I'm wondering where he's gonna get his. I guess you can easily get a 14th in here. Could also get 15 if he waits out an evasion. I think I don't know if he usually does his calls there or if but I think he doing his autocon calls a little bit late.
Nice roll. Take care of the other guards. Oh, struggling just a little bit with the other guard there. But that guard's not going to cause him any problems.
In that position. attempting to grab the PAL card here. Soon we'll see Nade.
All right. Here comes the rope. He's good. He's clear. No rope death from Blue. Opt him to shoot the rat. Clean.
Nice. You might have to lean up against the wall for that.
Oh, little drop into
Oh,
the drainage
there you go.
ditch.
Sneaking suit's all dirty now.
Aerlien with the roll. Clean as well. Nice. Manages to push the guard over the edge there. That looked
Nice.
really cool.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. Yeah, corner ball. That was interesting.
Alright, here comes Aerlien's rope. Not seen a rope death so far this evening.
Look.
No! Oh. This is not what you want to see.
Especially if you're the one that, just mentioned it. All right, successful on the second try.
One. Clears the second one.
Yeah, you said the R word.
I did. Oh, that's a nice roll
Ooh,
into
and a roll.
That's a really nice roll into the Palki as well.
All right, and you went for the equipping it now, making sure he actually picked it up. Well,
Oh,
that's gonna make it difficult.
we gotta stop cursing these runners. We
I
gotta
don't know
stop
what
doing
this.
it.
I don't know what this Wii business is.
Honestly, when I say we, I mean me and Vermilion. Oh dear. Oh,
Mike.
oh, I thought Blue was gonna miss that one then.
Oh, no. I have done that before in a run, but like you miss it, but like usually if you're still hitting it for the rope down below, so you don't die, but you have to run all the way back up the stairs. It's about 15 to 20 seconds of time loss. Yeah, because with that thing, I'm usually spamming it. So if you just keep spamming it, you might miss that ledge, but you typically won't miss the rope down there.
Even Blue noted it. Like that grab was late. Oh wow. Well, can't say this run hasn't been entertaining.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Aerlien putting in his cold key just as Blue gets ready to put in his hot key. It's only really Liquid that's going to make a difference now.
Yeah, Blue would have to he'd have to do some truly groundbreaking stuff to lose this race.
Oh, Aerlien just a little hasty on his aim there. If you're already holding the direction before you go into first person, then you'll move straight over, almost like 45 degrees over to the right before you start the first person aim. So it was just a little hasty.
Yeah, I think we use the same thing for this hind fight, right? You do that as well, kind of going into that eat this scene. I think the game kind of reads it the same way, and yeah, you end up like going 45 degrees to the left or the right instead of looking at the hind.
The timing of those stinger shots from Blue there on the radome was really well timed. You could see those shots landing just as the HUD indicator for the stinger popped back up again. He is the #1 seed for a reason. I guess the question at this point is, will it be a PB? Or will it at least be?
I know.
Will it at least be a new tournament PB?
Right. I know Blue earlier said I don't think he's running his splits right now. I do think he, just from experience and feel, I think he mentioned Wolf 2 and perhaps Hein being too slow for him to PB. But again, he is not running splits, so it's really hard to say. I think IGT would be what at about 40. It'd be about a minute and a half, minute 45 less than the RTA.
So Blue does currently hold the world record at 51:27, with Aerlien in second, exactly 1 minute behind him, 52:27. In the tournament so far, Blue's...
I'd say his tournament PB is better than that. 52:19 for Blue. I might have missed it. You might have said 51, actually.
Yeah, 51:27.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, right. And you said Aerlien's, I think, after that. Yeah. Right.
So then, yeah, as you just said, 52:19 is his tournament.
Did we miss a lottery roll?
That's a really fast liquid.
I think we just started looking at like stats and stuff. And
look at the stats and just didn't look at his liquid fight.
It was done. I need to put here or something.
I said earlier that the stomach line is my second favorite line. Uh-oh. That's my favorite line. Just the nonchalant. Here's a camera that's going to send a load of guards who are going to try to kill us. How do I react? Uh-oh.
Wow, no, yeah, Blue had an interesting liquid fight. I'm just rewatching it. He went for the infinite to start, the MGS1 infinite, dropped it, and then just started punch rolling every chance he could. He got some real lucky ones. He knocked liquid off once, but he got a real lucky roll that, like, he rolled west, but he knocked liquid straight south, like onto Rex's nose area.
Oh, that's a nice lottery roll from Aerlien.
Oh yeah, that's in any other run, that'd be any other race, that'd be maybe a. Oh, and he's too close, and oh, that happens to me all the time.
He's working really hard to try and make sure the liquid doesn't fall off the edge.
Trying to make the most out of the real estate he's got.
It was a really nice. It was a really nice attempt.
He dropped one of his punches before the punch roll. He dropped one of his punches on the punch combo before it.
Alright, Aerlien starting escape just as Blue starts the liquid portion of escape. I've said it before, it is down to IGT. Blue was having problems earlier, but that looked like just with his stream rather than with his game. So I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion that Blue has won this. But I don't see any reason why Aerlien's IGT should catch up here.
Now that'd be a world record. 48. Ooh, jeez. Yeah, this might be a tournament PB from Blue. It's gonna be close.
Coming up to Blue's RTA. Okay,
Yeah.
54-21
I did
for
not
Blue's
see that. I'll
RTA.
have to... Yeah, I need to see what Aerlien's done.
Yeah, I don't know if what Aerlien's referring to is something we missed or something we just haven't quite seen yet. Ooh, he's struggling somewhat with that. He struggled a little bit with that that phase of liquid down the corridor. Couple more shots in this phase, and Aerlien's done. RTA for Aerlien coming up just as the nuclear information comes up.
I might have seen what Aerlien was talking about when he, at checkpoint 2, he shoots the barrel, and then one of the guards seems to still be like kind of moving or like twitching or almost like trying to shoot him while he's on the ground. And like he I think he when he fans over to the other one, he kind of just puts some shots in him and that kills him. But yeah, I don't think the... Oh, all three? Is that what
He knocked out all 3 guards as soon as he got to the second checkpoint.
Oh, wow. He did. He got a KO on the third one.
Wow.
Okay. But I think that means it also KO'd that other guard, and that's why it looked weird. Like he didn't kill him. And so I think that other guard I was looking at, that's why he was like doing this weird like motion on the ground. I think he was also KO'd.
So we've got Blues IGT now, 52-47. It's not a tournament PB, but it is the second fastest run of the tournament. Second only to his own tournament PB. And Blue is here in the chat with us, I believe.
Hello.
Hello, congratulations. Well played.
Thank you. I'm still laughing at the whole prison shenanigans. Like, look, I've not been in that situation before. Usually when I go for that, I don't miss that roll. The first roll that knocks him out, I went for that roll and I missed. I'm like, what do I do? And then the first
Right.
bonk after that, I'm like, is this even gonna work? Everything was just a mess. But I'm still laughing. I didn't mean to go against the agreement. I just didn't know what to do in that situation.
Well, Aerlien's
Oh.
was it was even like more shenanigans. It was just a big mess.
Yeah, so Aerlien hit Johnny with the roll out of the door, and then it all just went very, very strange after that. He ran back in. He ran back inside to go and find him, and then he ran back through and then just got the cutscene, and yeah, a little all over the place.
Yeah,
I
it was
kind
like
of peeked over and I saw that like his Johnny was way over in we don't know where he is. I'm like, what's going on over there?
I went
Uh,
back for him. You didn't go back for him. You went on. If you didn't say anything, I was just gonna toss him and continue on our little race. No bandana. Consider that.
Dude,
oh,
listen.
that's why.
Dude, listen. The roll coming out of the prison, right? That knocks Johnny out initially. I missed that roll and I didn't know what the hell to do.
Do another one.
It's the same strat either way. Just do another roll.
We do now have Aerlien's in-game time a 54-15. So yes, just to 100% confirm it, that is a win for BlueMetal. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm still laughing.
So there was an agreement to do prison roll from both, and that's why you went to bandana instead, like after that agreement was violated. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
Winner's final, folks. Winner's final.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there is a chance for payback, pending this next and final race tonight, which is gonna be Aerlien against Tyler. So there could be a chance for revenge. We don't know, but GG's to Blue, and unfortunate about how the whole prison thing went, but it's good watching. The race between you guys.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, totally.
That's
We'll be back. Going to play. You've never seen the kind of strats I'm gonna employ, my friend.
all right. I promise. We'll do it. I'll make sure for the first match of grand finals. I promise I'll actually try for it this time. I promise.
Even if it's against Tyler. Smile.
Oh well, yes.
All right.
Oh man, I mean, you gotta love it. But anyways, I guess any last words from everyone before we go on any intermission break to get the last race set up?
This has been great.
The only thing I have to say is actually I don't have anything. No, I just want to go take a nap.
Yo, yeah, you're going for a nap, all right.
Yeah, I know. I need to. I'm tired.
All right, I guess Aerlien, Prof.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'll be commentating next race, I think, so I'll be sticking around.
Let's see, I believe you are right, and Snake Solcom will be rejoining us for that. So I guess Aerlien, last words.
Blue's going down.
Yes.
Somehow I knew he was going to say that, and I'm glad that I asked. All right. Well, like I said, stick around. We are going to have one more race, which is going to be Aerlien against Tyler for the lower brackets finals. Winner goes up against Blue. Will it be the grudge rematch of Aerlien and Blue, or will it be Tyler versus Blue? We shall see. So stick around. Don't go nowhere.